All right, what's going on? Is Bobby Skinner talking Giants doing a free agent film breakdown on the Giants' new guard Aaron Stinnie. 30 years old, played for the Bucks. This past season was his first time starting multiple regular season games with 11. As a pass protector, we're going to go through some of the stuff. In the run game, you could see some strength there, but needs to be better sustaining. Hopefully, this is a depth signing, right? Like this guy, I don't believe should be in line for a starting gig on the Giants right now. So let's get into it all. Like and subscribe to the channel. Check out all the other film breakdowns, and let's get into it. So he's at left guard here, first play. So we're gonna go through some of the good of pass protection first. Like he's got pretty strong hands, and he usually doesn't get off the ball too quick, but he gets off of it well here, right? And you see that punch stun the rusher. All right, keep your feet moving. You can see how the hands are coming back. Reload your hands. Get them back inside. You know, he wants to work power. See how both feet get in the air. Work that hop step to anchor. Good play. Next play. Not great, but not, solid. All right, we've got this inside shade. We work our hands, right? We try and mess up the timing on his rush. Like we throw that left hand out there, trying to get him to work something. Stab with that right hand. Now, the pass rusher does a good job though, right? The pass rusher, when he goes to stab with that right hand, swats and then works lateral. But he's able to get hands on him. And you see how we get both feet in the air, get head up on him, anchor. Good ability to recover on that play. Here in these wide alignments, strong hands. So he's able to control this block with his hands. Next play. And we're setting for Wyatt. Wyatt times it up, but don't let it get you off balance, right? He swats those hands, reload, get him in the chest. I know he gets help from the center here, but does a good job, like reading the D lineman. Now here we're gonna go through. So this is a solid rep, but what he does here is what leads to a lot of his issues in pass protection, right? And he was a pretty lowly rated in pass blocking efficiency this past year for guards. Barely better than Marcus McKeithen. So, like, if you watch this play, say, oh, he did a fairly good job blocking him, and he did. The issue, one, we're not here to help with this, but we'll get into that portion of his game later. We're not setting to the full man, right? We're not setting to the full man, which means this pass rusher can attack half the body, right? He can go around him. And you're going to see that in these next 4 clips where it gets him in trouble, right? So we're here, verse 92. You got to get head-to-head with this guy, right? We're taking one step and then throwing a punch and turning our hips. Like that's never what we're supposed to do here. Take another step. Get in front of this cat. Instead, we're letting him around the corner, and you're not a tackle. That's not how it's supposed to happen. Here again, get to the full man. Set. Take one more step. One more step right here, and it changes everything. Instead, he's attacking your arms on that punch, and your hips are opening. You're facing the sideline, and now he's pressuring your quarterback. Here it's going to be an inside shade, right? We're gonna call slide protection, right? 4-man slide. Worse is one-on-one. You just make it easy. Get head-to-head with this guy. Instead, you're throwing your punch at the half-man relationship, not even half-man. And because he's a bad tackler, it's not a sack. Here verse 93. Right on this one, same thing, right? Set towards him. Get out there and set towards this guy. Right? Instead, we are punching. We're not in front of him. We're opening up our hips. And now we're leaning. Your momentum is working out here. You're not a tackle. And he sheds you inside. Gets a hand on your quarterback. And then here, this is part of it, as I think he just doesn't have good lateral mobility. Doesn't work side to side well. Right? Like here we do get head to head. But I think that's Brzee. Times up his punch, swipes his hands, and he's just not able to move with that. Right? Now, he can be better by that. Don't get caught. You're getting your punch timed up. Be ready to have these feet to move back down. But still, he just doesn't have the best lateral ability. And then here, stunts. Right? The Packers did it a lot. Sometimes it was on a good amount of times it was actually Wirf's fault. I was surprised to see Wirf's not be as good as that. But part of that is like the whole half-man relationship. Is instead of getting fully in front of him, right, and allowing Tristan Wirfs to power down, well, because you're in the half-man, you're basically throwing him into Wirf's hip, which is exactly what he wants to do. And now you're faced towards the sideline, so we're not able to get, come and get off and take this. Like, that makes it easy. Like, if I'm facing this, if I'm facing Stinnie, like, this is a stunt game. Even if I'm a defensive coordinator that doesn't like to run those games. We see it here again. We've got the inside shade. We let him get to our outside shoulder. Same exact thing. We're turning our hips, and we're putting him in the Tristan Wirfs, which is slowing him down. You're facing this way, and here comes Lucas Van Ness down the pipe. So just like that showed up a lot. Now let's get to the run game. There's some good, nothing really spectacular. Nice drive block here on Devontae Wyatt. The feet aren't super fast, but they're, nice and choppy. Get in, strong hands, roll your hips. Good job. Rashad White closes out the game. Next play versus Saints. Right? See that play strength. Feet are good. Now they stop on contact. You don't want that. You want to keep your feet rolling through it. But you see just that upper body strength. He's able to get into his chest. Good stuff. Some down blocks, right? When he's able to get good hand play, like, we got great hand placement. Keep our feet chopping. Good job. Again on a down block. We're moving, guys. So we keep our feet moving on contact on this one. We torque through that left leg. Wham. Strong arms. Good stuff. But he doesn't have the fastest feet in the world, right? We saw that in pass protection. So if they run blitzes, have guys jumping gaps, he's just not able to recover well, right? This is duo, so you're, double teaming here, single blocks, and then, these guys are working a line. So he's one-on-one with this guy. No one else is part of this block, right? It's these two to here, these two to here. So when he works inside, he's just not fast enough to get in his hip and pin him down, or doesn't get off the ball quick enough to even disrupt him from getting into this inside gap. Leads to a busted play. And then here, when they're running wide zone here on the backside, right? Like, hey, cross and face can be kind of hard sometimes, but it's set up, right? I mean, he's lined up as a 2-eye inside, but he's almost a straight 2. And the feet are just slow, right? Even the D lineman gets off the ball pretty slow, right? Like our helmet should be right here. We should be pinning, closing, sealing that off. Instead, he's making the tackle. So, hopefully, this ends up being just a depth signing, and we don't have to see him. Besides minimally, the Giants still need to improve the interior. Right now, Josh Azuto might be a starting guard. I know they got the center from the Vikings going to try and get a video out on him done too. But Aaron Stinnie, let's work. I know you're 30 years old. Let's get better. And hey, guess what? Like and subscribe to the channel. All that good stuff. Appreciate you guys. And let's go Big Blue.